Hi, my name is Pelea Tsatsaranis, and I am a student nurse at Winston-Salem State University. I will be doing my health teaching today with my father, Gus Tsatsaranis, about his illness with hypertension and high cholesterol levels. So I chose the topics hypertension and high cholesterol to talk about with him today and what risks that lead to having hypertension since it runs on my father's side of the family. I've recently noticed some problems with me and my father's diet. We try to watch what we eat every day, but we also have a problem with sneaking bad junk food when no one is watching and do not realize we're putting ourselves at risk for more issues for my dad and putting myself at risk for high cholesterol and heart conditions since it runs in our family history. I also wanted to talk to him and explain to him the risks and lifestyle changes that need to be made so we can prevent further issues. So, Baba, I'm going to talk to you about your diet and what you need to change to prevent further situations with your heart. I want to make sure you understand and have the right information that you need to make better lifestyle choices for yourself. So, my father also does not really understand English very well, so I'll be going back and forth with explaining in first in English and then translating him back in Greek for him to better understand what I'm talking about and actually educate him so he can understand. So, όσο πω σε ελληνικά, λίγα βλακίες και μετά θα σου πω τα άλλα. So, Baba, do you know what hypertension is?
No.
So, hypertension is another name for high blood pressure. Do you know why we take your blood pressure?
No.
Okay, so blood pressure is the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your arteries. Each time your heart beats, it pumps blood into the arteries. Your blood pressure is the highest when your heart beats, pumping the blood, and this is called your systolic pressure, so the first number. So when your heart is at rest between beats, your blood pressure falls, and this is called your diastolic pressure. So αυτό είναι το δεύτερο του νούμερο και το πρώτο του νούμερο. Ξέρεις τι είναι?
Ναι.
120/80. Okay, so...
Κατάλαβα.
Okay. So when your blood pressure stays high over time, it causes the heart to pump harder and work over time, and this possibly leads to serious health conditions such as a heart attack, a stroke, heart failure, and kidney failure. So, άμα είναι το πίσω πάνω, μπορείς να έχεις καρδιά, να έχεις κατά άλλα πράγματα. So keeping your blood pressure... Κατάλαβες? Εντάξει. Keeping your blood pressure under control is vital for preserving your health and reduces your risk of these dangerous conditions. So I'm going to educate him on some symptoms of hypertension. So most people with high blood pressure have no signs and symptoms, even if blood pressure readings reach dangerous high levels. This is a problem because if you're not showing symptoms, most people don't realize that they might have a problem. A few people with high blood pressure may start having headaches, shortness of breath, nosebleeds, but these signs and symptoms aren't specific and usually don't occur until high blood pressure has reached a severe or life-threatening stage. So we need to also focus on what my father drinks throughout the day on a daily basis. So, Baba, what do you drink on an average day? Dependes.
Coffee.
Okay.
Water.
Okay.
Wine.
Okay. How many glasses of wine do you drink a night?
2.
Okay, 2. Okay. That's not bad, but sometimes you do drink 3, so we need to watch that. You also drink a lot of coffee, so sometimes more than 2 glasses, like I said. You need to be careful about this because a lot of coffee and alcohol throughout the day and night puts a lot of strain on your heart, and they also are factors that increase your blood pressure. So I recommend you drink more water instead throughout the day instead of coffee, and limiting your alcohol intake at night because drinking too much alcohol can raise your blood pressure to unhealthy levels, and having more than 3 drinks in one sitting temporarily raises your blood pressure, like I said, but repeated binge drinking can lead to long-term increases. So, me pins podje alkohol, μόνο να πίνεις λίγο, ένα ποτό, σε πίνεις κάθε βράδυ. Να πίνεις πολύ νερό, πόσο νερό πίνεις?
4 ποτήρια.
Okay, να πίνεις λίγο πιο πολύ.
Yeah.
Και τι άλλο? Καφέ εσύ πίνεις 6 ποτήρια την ημέρα.
Κατάλαβα.
Κατάλαβες. Okay, so how active my dad is. So we're going to talk about that. So, Baba, how active do you think you are?
No level.
Tialogans.
Digamos se farma.
Okay, so my dad says he goes to the farm. We have a farm and it has lots of farm animals, and he spends hours there maintaining the fields and the animals. He also likes to go hunting, he said, with my brother and their friends on the weekends with the dogs that we have, and they do competitions, which makes them run, so that's a lot of physical activity. My mom also tries to take my dad on her morning runs in the morning, but recently he has not been doing that like he used to, so we need to start trying to do that again. Some lifestyle choices he can do to help his hypertension and overall health. You need to be eating hard, healthy foods, so less sodium in your diet. Χωρίς σαλάτες, δεν πρέπει να έχεις σαλάτη καθόλου. Να φας φρούτα, σου αρέσουν τα φρούτα, να φας πολλά από αυτά. Και τα πρασινάδα, δεν ξέρω πώς τα λες αυτά.
Λαχανικά.
Λαχανικά. Να φας και αυτά. Emphasize on fruits and vegetables and whole grain foods. You eat a lot of fresh foods, which is good. You like to eat a lot of salt in your meats, though. You have to be careful with this because you're also putting yourself at risk for your high cholesterol, and you already have high cholesterol, so we need to watch that. You have your good cholesterol, which is your HDLs, the high-density lipoproteins, and your bad cholesterol, which is your LDLs, which is your low-density proteins. The LDLs transport cholesterol particles throughout your body, and they build up on the walls of your arteries and makes them harder and narrow, making a blockage and not allowing anything to go through. The HDLs, this picks up your excess cholesterol in your body and transports it to the liver so it can be digested and excreted out. If you have high cholesterol, the deposits start building up in your blood vessels and make it hard for the blood to go to your arteries. This impacts the circulation of the blood in your body and puts pressure and stress on your heart, which is not what you need with your heart condition, so it doesn't lead to a heart attack and a stroke. So high cholesterol a lot of times comes from diet choices, so if you can make diet adjustments and watch what you eat, you can prevent yourself from getting high cholesterol also, which you already have. So we need to watch salt. Mi faz salatia, mi vans alat stakatsikias, mi vans.
Τα λέει και η γιατρός, αλλά δεν τον ακούω.
Δεν τον ακούς.
Yeah.
Okay, δεν πρέπει.
Κατάλαβα τι λες.
Yeah, no αλάτια. Το ξέρω, είναι ωραίο, but δεν πρέπει να το φας. Σου αρέσουν και τα αυγά. Τα αυγά είναι καλό cholesterol. Είναι καλό για το cholesterol και είναι και τα nuts είναι. Θα είναι καλά να φας αυτά. Ξέρω τρως αυτά. Σε αυτό θα πω τώρα σε λίγο στα αγγλικά. Μετά θα μιλήσω λίγο για τα κρέατα πάλι. Ευτυχώς που δεν ξέρω και ελληνικά.
Μου αρέσει τα κρέατα.
Δεν ξέρω. So you can also get good cholesterol from certain foods like eggs. You love eggs. You eat them almost every day. Nuts, which you eat almost every night too, which is good. So being mindful of the food choices you pick out, and I'll provide you with a list of different food choices you could pick from on a piece of paper at the end of this. So you also need to limit the amount of animal fats and meats that you eat because you eat a lot of meats every single day, especially red meat. You need to eat good fats in moderation. So there are foods that have good fats and some that do not have good fats. You can start by cutting the fat off of your steaks, and you like to eat the fat on the steak, so you need to don't eat that. You need to limit the amount of meat that you eat each day. So for example, you need to, whenever you pick out your steaks, pick out a steak the size of your fist, not bigger than that. Yeah, I know, funny.
Yeah, I like big like this.
Big steaks. Så mi faz megalo, τόσο megalo. Buy meat that whenever you buy meat, buy lower fat content, especially when you eat all the red meats all the time, because red meat has the highest fat content in it. And whenever you eat goat and lamb, it is not good for you to eat a lot of the skin because you saute it with a lot of salt and pepper and seasoning. So either I recommend lessening the amount of salt and pepper that you put on it, or maybe not make it, or don't eat the skin at least because that is not good for you. You like to eat fish and chicken also, so try to fluctuate between all of them instead of red meat. all the time. Processed foods have a lot of unhealthy fats. So eating cakes and donuts, for example, at the restaurant is something that you're going to have to cut down because it's a lot of unhealthy fat and sugars for you. It's not good for your health. Så na faz cota, kepsari, or creata, pandote. So na ta lazes, κάθε φορά. Με να φας τα donuts, με φας...
Αναμπάξ.
Γι' αυτό, με τρως αυτά, με τρως τα κέκια, εσύ όλα κρυφά τα τρως.
Κατάλαβα.
So getting regular physical activities. Also, you need to be mindful about exercise because I know that is your least favorite thing to do. Exercise is something else that helps promote circulation and blood flow and helps prevent heart issues and also cholesterol. So getting physical activity is very important for you. Even exercise is 30 minutes a day, a few days a week. You don't have to do it every day. Just do it 2 to 3, 4 times a day, just a 30-minute walk or something. You do have a calendar in your office and on your phone, so we can add an exercise schedule on it so you can start having your schedule and start being healthy. Eating healthy foods and following a healthy diet while also getting regular physical activity will help maintain your healthy weight. So, you have a little belly, so
yeah.
It's a little. Do you smoke?
No.
So no smoking. I know you do not smoke, so just need to make sure, which is good because smoking raises your blood pressure and heart rate and narrows your arteries and hardens their walls. Makes your blood more likely to clot and it stresses your heart and sets it up for a heart attack or a stroke. Also, so it is good that you do not engage in smoking. Managing your stress. So you always come home and say how you're stressed every day about something. I've noticed you work long hours throughout the day and do not sit down to rest very often. I would recommend for you to cut down your hours and put your feet up and take better care of your health. When you're stressed, your body releases this hormone called adrenaline, and it temporarily causes your heart rate to speed up and your blood pressure to rise. High blood pressure can cause damage to your artery walls, creating blood clots and increasing your risk of a heart attack. So, prepis namin, na είσαι stressed out, άρχισε σπίτι, να κάνεις relax, να πίνεις το κρασί, να χέζεις, να κάνεις ό,τι θέλεις, και να κάνεις relax. So I wanted to ask you about how do you manage your stress? What do you do? Και τι άλλο κάνεις? Πάω στη φάρμα.
Πάω στη φάρμα.
Και τι άλλο?
Περπατάω εκεί με τα σκυλιά.
Okay. Σε βοηθάει να κάνεις relax?
Ναι, πολύ.
Okay, so he says, my father said that he comes home and drinks a glass of wine like we said, and we said how that raises your blood pressure. So we need to cut that down. And we need to find other things to help you manage your stress. He said he likes going to the farm and going hunting. Hunting is a good outlet. And you going to the farm to do like some of your hobbies, I think definitely helps to help manage your stress. I believe the farm is just very quiet out there. All you hear is animal noises, and it's an open field and it's very relaxing, and believe it's a good way to manage. It helps you relax and clear. It's good to relax and clear your head, especially on nights before you go to sleep, since your stress is what causes you to sleep poorly at night. It will help you get enough hours of sleep throughout the night. So we said exercising, having a positive attitude, not stressing as much, not smoking, we said, not drinking too much coffee throughout the day, drinking more water, making a diet and enjoying your diet, pick out foods that you like, and maintaining a healthy weight are good ways to deal with your stress also. If your stress is nonstop, stress management classes can also help. So I have some resources for you to maintain a healthy lifestyle with some hypertension and cholesterol. So this one resource that I found is in Winston-Salem on Ronaldo Road. It is called Jordan and Catherine. It provides counseling services, and they help provide guidance in the exploration and options of life choices that you may want to change. They also offer services for stress reduction, weight management, and some personal issues and other ones that you might be interested in and maybe want to start going to. Another resource I have for you is that to help manage your weight and just help you pick out healthy foods to eat throughout the day and just to keep a tab of it is called MyFitnessPal. It's an app. They have over 14 million foods to help you log everything you eat. And I know you're not good at texting or typing stuff up on your phone, so this app makes it easy for you. Whenever you do create your plate, you can just take a picture of it, and it analyzes the picture for you, and it just logs it in for you. So this is good. I will help you do that. Sen det programmet både në shbojthesha, në valë së kine dash, gat malakjes, në pas në stonë sin Salem, së bojthej me të stress, së bojthej me të varos, gat alla pramata. This app also helps you to make smarter choices, find motivation, and even support throughout your healthy living. So I noticed the medications that you take. One of them is atorvastatin. It is a statin. This treats high cholesterol and triglyceride levels and helps reduce the risk of angina, stroke, heart attack, and heart and blood vessel problems. So one thing that does concern me about you is that you skip some of your appointments with your primary care provider and your appointments that you have with your cardiologist. I know we all get busy sometimes and certain situations in our life happen, but you have to make it a priority to put yourself first, especially with dealing with the heart and going to your primary care provider's appointments. This is a perfect example of primary prevention. You need to go to your doctor and need to follow up with your heart, because even though you're healthy now does not mean you will be healthy maybe tomorrow or the next week or within a month. So I want to play you a short video that just explains basic information on blood pressure. The systolic and diastolic numbers were things to increase your risk on developing high blood pressure. You can't change, but also explains ways on how to successfully manage hypertension if you have it, what lifestyle choices you could do to manage it. So this is the video.
Even know they have the condition. The only way to know your blood pressure for sure is by testing it with the American Heart Association's guidelines. There are two numbers in a blood pressure reading. The top number measures systolic pressure, or the maximum pressure your heart exerts while beating. The bottom number is the diastolic pressure, which is the amount of pressure in your arteries between beats. A normal blood pressure reading is anything under 120/80. If your blood pressure is higher than that, have a conversation with your doctor. If your numbers are ever over 180/120, consult your doctor immediately. There are some things you can't change that can increase your risk for developing high blood pressure, including family history, age, and race. But it can be successfully managed through lifestyle changes and medications. To keep your blood pressure in a healthy range, eat a well-balanced diet that's low in sodium. Exercise regularly. Lose weight. Quit smoking, drink less alcohol, and manage stress. By knowing your numbers and working with your doctor, you can lower your blood pressure and lead a healthier life.
Okay, so that was your video. So, did that video help you understand about what to exactly do to manage your hypertension? Why is it important to eat a healthy and maintain a healthy lifestyle? That's now.
Yes, no.
Good. Okay. So now we talked about all the things that you need to work on to prevent further complications with your hypertension. And what to do about your cholesterol also. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. Okay, so one of your main goals is to manage yourself from sneaking junk food, especially when you're at the restaurant. To eat a healthy diet. I will give you information with different diet choices you could do. Continuing to take your blood pressure medicine and your cholesterol medicine to see if your medications are working, and to diagnose you with to diagnose worsening high blood pressure if you do have some. So continue to take your blood pressure every day like you do. I'm really glad that I was able to teach you and help you better understand on how to manage your hypertension and your cholesterol, because that is I know it's difficult for you to go to your appointments and not have somebody explain to you. So I'm glad I was able to explain this to you. So thank you for listening to me and allowing me to educate you, and I hope this helped you and you learned something.
Thank you.
You're welcome.